friends, it's Nicole from Flower Hill Farm, and I am currently in our office space where I've been shipping hundreds of orders that you guys have placed for the ranunculus and anemones. I just did a little bit of a restock. The original orders, they're gone. They're on the way to you. I did do a little bit of a restock last night, so I have a few orders that came in overnight. I'm in here to pack those up, but I do want to head over to the farm with you guys for some clips that I recorded earlier this week, because we have a lot going on there too. Now we have to prepare the farm for winter. We have to do all the fall chores, and I have some exciting news that I would like to share with you guys about some equipment that I'm getting that will help make my life easier when it comes to the hoop house. You guys will see when we head to the farm, the hoop house has been a disaster ever since the spring ended. So spring was great. I had larkspur, campanula, things grew beautifully in there. But because of poor time management skills and the fact that I'm only one person trying to do 5 jobs, I was not able to plant the hoop house for summer or fall blooms. And I hate that. I hate that. I have this protected grow space. I need to utilize it, all of it. Therefore, I just signed my life away. I just purchased a smaller tractor, a walk behind tractor, so that I can get into those smaller spaces in the hoop house and make sure the weeds are under control. And this tractor also has all these different attachment options. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys when it comes in. It's not here yet. I also have another exciting thing that I'm trying, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. I collected zinnia heads from my floret seeds. So we'll head to the farm, take a look at what's going on inside the hoop house and some zinnia seed collection, and then we'll come back here and we will talk about maybe how I'm going to do a germination test on those zinnias, and I'll tell you more about that tractor too. Here's your first look inside the Flower Hill Farm hoop house named Henry for the first time in a few months. Yeah, in the springtime this was glorious, and then life happened. And we are about to turn him glorious once again. Wish me luck. Right now I am pulling things out that we cannot obviously till up. These are all the wire frost cloth and some trays I left in there, some bungee cords. There is this over here, this was the black cloth that I had planted some of the campanula and stuff in, and that is out, and there are 2 more rows of that I have to go in here and get, and then I think we're gonna get the tractor in here. I had planned on using a new piece of equipment. I don't think it's gonna get here in time. We are expecting snow to fly. So this looks like it's all weeds, but it's actually not. Some of it is, don't get me wrong, but this is all larkspur. In fact, there's still some larkspur hanging on for dear life. So this is basically dead stuff. That's what we're gonna call it. It's full of dead stuff. Okay, an hour later, and I actually have quite a bit cleaned out. I did take all the larkspur stems and the campanula stems out, put them outside into a compost pile, and I've just been pulling some weeds here and there. I was able to get all of the, what's it called? Like the DeWitt cloth. I was able to get all the fabric out of here, and now we just need to get the soil turned up, maybe add some new soil, and then I have some stuff actually to get in the ground for winter. Tractor fits. Yay. Brad just masked up because if you've ever been in a hoop house when we till, it gets very dusty. Especially in a space that has, oh, look at my sneakers, they look cute. Especially in a space that hasn't been watered in months. The soil is super dry. Oh, it smells good. The dust has settled, but the pass down the middle has worked. However, we seem to have a problem with the tractor. So Brad's working on the tractor. Something on the tiller broke. Tractor's fine. Tiller, not so much. Okay, it's the next morning. Dust has settled. It's a pretty good start. This is a pretty good start. I want to get the edges, obviously, I had him not do this section over here because I've got some stuff up in this corner I've got to pull out of here. Some fabric in the ground. So this is pretty good. The only thing is it's so dry in here. I told Brad, I said, I feel like I want to put soaker hoses and let it just run for days. Man, oh man, though, this is a great improvement from what I was looking at 24 hours ago. Brad is over there starting to till up our annual fields. I am collecting some seed heads from some of the floret zinnias that we grew just to see. I have no idea if it's gonna work. But, ooh, look, like that to me, that might be a viable seed. Okay, I filled this bag. It's a Mod Podge, nothing is labeled, but I'm gonna do a germination test just to see if any of the seeds are viable. Let's see what Brad's going over here. He's tilling. I still haven't lifted the dahlias yet. Dahlias did not do well this year. There was too much rain earlier in the season, and I don't even know if my tubers are viable. But he's getting the first of the, like the right-hand section of the annual field tilled up, ready to go. I'm actually gonna do some treatments to it this fall to maybe prevent some weeds. We will see. I might even do a cover crop. I'm not sure if I have enough time for that, but I'm gonna try. And now, more about the sponsor of today's video. It's Scentbird. Scentbird is a monthly subscription service that delivers fragrances right to your door. As a person who's working with soil almost all of the time, it's always nice when I can smell like, well, something else. Worried about chemicals? I was too. That's why I'm so excited that Scentbird offers clean scents. This clean line of scents is formulated without chemicals like parabens and sulfates. Here is a look at my delivery. This month there are 4 different scents. Each one of your fragrances comes with a case. Now this case is so handy because it means you can travel with it. Your perfume won't get damaged. You don't have to worry about the bottle breaking. And you don't even have to open up this case to spray. You simply have to unlock it, which just involves twisting, and then you can spray. If you would like to open up, you can. And I'm opening it up to show you guys, this is a 30-day supply. This one is called Beau. Okay, so each one of the scents comes with a little note card telling you more about that. This one, no wonder I like this one so much. You know why? Because it has redwood pine and cedar, hints of cedar. Oh, I think this one might become my signature scent. This one is, ooh, Commodity Velvet. Velvet has deep notes of vanilla, rose, and amber. One of the reasons why Scentbird is so great is because it allows you to try out a bunch of different scents without committing to a huge bottle. If you're interested in trying out Scentbird, you can go ahead and scan the QR code here or click the link in the description below. Guys, with the coupon code FlowerHill, you'll receive 55% off your first month. That means it's just $8 for your very first delivery. Again, if you're interested in Scentbird, scan the QR code or click the link. Thanks to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Okay, I'm super excited about this tractor that I'm getting. When I filmed that a few days ago when I was in the hoop house pulling weeds and all that, I was unsure if I was going to make the purchase of this walk behind tractor, but I got it financed. It's a huge purchase to make, but the local dealership, the BCS dealer locally, finances it. So now I have a small monthly payment. Now I can afford to get this tractor. So I'm so excited. I got the rear tine tiller attachment, and I also bought the bed maker. You know how I have the one for the tractor that does the huge fields? Well, now I have one for inside the hoop house, so I don't have to painstakingly lay out all of that fabric by hand. Now I'll have the bed maker to lay those beds for me inside the hoop house. It's something that I'm most excited to implement at the farm, just as excited as I was when we got that one for the tractor way back. It was 3 years ago now. Yeah, we've had 3 seasons with the bed maker. And I've been getting a lot of emails about that, asking me if I'm happy with my purchase, if I like the bed maker. Yes, it has changed my life at the farm. We would never be able to do the production that we can do now that we have the bed maker. And I'm hoping I can say the same after a season with the hoop house bed maker, which is small. And guys, it's a lot more reasonable financially if you guys are looking for something to make beds like this so you don't have to do them by hand. You can do them by hand, just take a lot of time. And at the scale that I'm growing, doing it by hand just wasn't in the cards for me anymore. So yes, I'm ecstatic about my bed maker, and my tractor still. So I will let you guys know if I'm loving this newer bed maker for inside the hoop house. Now to those zinnias, let's head over to the greenhouses and maybe we'll do a little germination test and see if any of those zinnia seeds that I collected are viable. I'm really dying to know. The lighting in here is so good, I don't want to go next door, but I gotta go. Okay, move this stuff. We were packing corms in here the other day. These are mine. These are the ones that I saved. Because the ones that I like sell, the extras that I sell, they're the same ones that I'm growing. So if you guys ordered Commedia, the Italian clone ranunculus, the Clone series, oh my goodness. So I'm growing the same corms. So I just hold some back for myself and then you guys get the rest. So those are mine. But this is the bag of seed heads from the zinnias from my floret patch that I grew. These are all open pollinated. I didn't, cover any of them to make sure that they weren't going to, blend with each other, if you will, in the pollination process. So these are just seed heads. I already see some. Okay, let's take a look. I am so excited. I just want to do a germination test to see if any of the seeds that I've collected are viable. I've never done this before. So this is something that's brand new. I know a lot of you guys are also saving your seeds, especially because Erin Floret also announced that she's not going to be selling these for 2025. So the only way, unless you held on to some seed packets, the only way you're going to get this kind of zinnia is if you save your own seeds. So this is what I'm trying. I do have a couple seed packets from Floret that I did save. All right, I'm just gonna grab one. This is a Victorian wedding. I can tell that this is a Victorian wedding. And I'm just gonna kind of rip it apart. Ooh, okay. So some of the seeds I can tell right away are not good, but some I see are. Let's get, oh, you know what? I'll just use my phone. Okay, so some is just like the stuff that that is not a seed, like the, what do they call it, the chaff. So that stuff just kind of blows away, and then something like this, that looks like it would be a viable seed. So let's set that aside. And I'm just gonna do a few in some soil just to see. I might, there are quite a few in here, like that's one. Oh, but it feels hollow. So you have to kind of feel it too. This one that I grabbed and set aside, that feels like a viable seed. There are some in here that look viable, that are squishy, that are kind of hollow, so I don't think they're going to be viable. That doesn't really look like a viable seed. Maybe I'll throw it in there just in case, see what happens. But it is very flaccid. Okay, so there are 1, 2, and these are already completely dried out. All right, that's it I'm gonna grab another one. Maybe I'll let these continue to grow in the greenhouse and see if we could get some winter blooms. Wouldn't that be fun? I would say most of this is not. There's one. There's a good one. I'm not really sure what the average is on, oh, there are a few good, ooh, there's a lot of good ones. Okay, all right, I'm gonna do those 4 and I'll pull one more out from the bottom of the bag. I have no idea who these are, I just put them all in. So the ones that I did grow, so the possibilities of, the pollination is Victorian wedding, I did plant the golden hour, and a few other varieties. What was that one? Oh, like the peach, the honey. These are 6 seeds that appear to be viable to me. I'm gonna go ahead and get some soil and plant these up. The rest, all of it, like back in the bag. I'll go through it better at a later date when I'm not on camera. I'm not like shutting this all the way. I'm leaving a couple inches open on the end just in case there is any moisture from maybe the latest rain or something. I don't want that to get wet in there at all. So those are the 6 seeds. I'm gonna go get the soil. Okay, I just grabbed a 4-inch pot that I had and an open bag of Pro Mix. And when I plant my zinnias at home or here for the farm, I usually plant them in soil blocks. And when I'm planting them in soil blocks, I just place them basically on top of the soil. And if they're gonna germinate, they're gonna germinate. So I'm just gonna take these, poke them halfway down so that they're gonna get a good grip on the soil as they're growing. And then we will check back. Usually, if conditions are right, usually I get zinnias to germinate sometimes in 24 hours. 48 hours is usually what they take, but I'm gonna give them probably up to a week before I say, nothing's happening. So I'm just gonna put that there. And then I will keep it in the warm area, probably on a heat mat. I will cover this with just some plastic just to give it a little germination chamber, and then we'll see what happens. So stay tuned, guys. I will provide an update on these seeds that I saved from my Floret Originals next week. We'll see you then. Oh, guess what I'm doing today? I'm so excited. You should see what I'm looking at right now. Tomorrow is the trunk or treat event for my hometown of Boonville, and they actually moved it. For the past couple of years, they had it on Main Street, which is a couple blocks away. They moved it to the fairgrounds. I'm looking at the fairgrounds right out my door. So I decided to transform the first greenhouse into a walk-through haunted house, but not really scary, because it's mostly little kids, and it's during the day. So it's 12 to 3 during the day. I bought 1,500 pieces of candy. Usually they have a really good turnout of kids. And I also bought some decorations, some fake cobwebs, all those things that I can use year after year after year. And my mom and Aunt Jan, and then Veda is coming after school, and we are going to decorate because it's tomorrow and I am not prepared. So maybe I'll turn the camera on and show us doing some of that decoration, and that'll be fun to bring to you guys too, as well as the zinnia results. Okay guys, gotta get busy. I have to edit this video, and then we'll be decorating all day. I'll show you the before, and I can't wait for you to see the after. Okay, here's the before of the greenhouse.
Stay tuned for the spooky transformation.
I'm also taking guesses on my Halloween costume this year. So 2 years ago, I was Poison Ivy. Last year, I was Morticia Addams. And this year, post your guesses in the comment section.